Welcome back to the Traders Network show, broadcasting worldwide from Greenwich, Connecticut. I'm Matt Bird. We're here at the 2019 Greenwich Economic Forum, and my next guest is Bob Roth. He's the chairman of the David Lynch Foundation. Bob, welcome to the show.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So, be our eyes and ears for a minute. We've seen a lot of thought leadership going on inside the main forum room. We have the governor, we've had the mayor, we've had some hedge fund and institutional titans up there. Tell us your takeaway so far.
Well, I think over the years the term thought leaders has been used not necessarily accurately. What was most impressive to me is that these are some real thoughtful leaders. There's some real reflection going on here. What's the significance of our actions? What's the impact, not only today, but generations to come? So I've been very, very impressed with the thoughtfulness of our thought leaders.
Well, your thoughtfulness, it brings up what you guys do at the David Lynch Foundation, which is pretty impressive. So far, you've serviced about 1 million children, bringing mindfulness and meditation to help mental construct, I would imagine, lift them out of the mental construct of poverty.
Well, it's also just to address the epidemic of trauma and toxic stress that's engulfing, particularly the next generation. It absolutely destroys cognitive capability, brain functioning, health. And so what we're doing is we're offering a simple evidence-based meditation technique, transcendental meditation and mindfulness approaches to, as you said, 1 million kids. And now we also work with veterans, we work with women who are survivors of domestic violence. And we're actually in discussions, we'd like to bring this meditation to 1 million Syrian refugees.
How do you plan to get there?
Well, the thing is, the meditation's so easy. There's no technology. There's no buildings, pills. It's just one person teaching another. So we train enough teachers, and then they go and teach the people. And it's very interesting in today's modern, hyper-stressed, hyper-traumatic times, an ancient practice, thousands of years old, that allows any human being to access quiet, equanimity within themselves, could actually be more effective scientifically, medically speaking, than even any of the pills that the pharmaceutical industry can promote.
Can you give us a couple of your favorite use cases?
Yes, for example, what we're now in Rwanda and Uganda, where we're in schools there, and we're offering it, and the kids start and end each school day with 10 minutes of meditation. And a lot of these children have been severely traumatized, and there was research that was done that showed a 90% reduction in symptoms of PTSD for these children.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So everything we're doing is evidence-based. This is not woo-woo. This is not like new age hippie stuff. This is science. This is a medical intervention. And here in the United States, in Chicago, they did a study with 2,000 kids going to school in the most violent neighborhoods, and they wanted to see, could there be a reduction in arrests for violent crime? Because kid gets arrested, they're on their way to prison. Well, if you do an intervention and you can reduce arrests by 5%, you're happy. 70% reduction in arrests.
70%?
70%. And now we're replicating it in schools in New York and in Los Angeles. And I think within 5 years, it's going to be funded by the federal government to bring stress-reducing meditation to children. Because what else are we going to do? Give them all pills?
With the advent of social media, it's fracturing attention spans. It's doing a lot of things that we never really anticipated. Our mental makeup of how our brain works is being strained to its maximum.
Number 2 cause of death among teenagers in America is suicide. Suicide. Yep. So what are we going to do for those kids? Give them all Valium? No, we have to find non-medicinal, non-invasive, inexpensive, sustainable, scalable tools that we can equip children to deal with stress and also wake up their brain. And so tools like transcendental meditation, mindfulness are proving to be that.
So being here at the...
I'm actually speaking. I'm doing the closing event tomorrow.
You are doing the closing event tomorrow, and I'm going to grab you again after that.
Okay.
I know you get your stressed for time. Stressed for time.
Stretched
for time. Let me ask you one last thing. Why is the Greenwich Economic Forum so important? Not just geographically, but from an impact perspective.
Again, I go back to this thoughtfulness. I get this reflectiveness. I get to go back to the idea that meditation and mindfulness is taking off in business and corporate America and in organizations. And I think that's the most hopeful thing. Because if you can reduce stress, if you can wake up the brain, if you can change a person's way they think in a more universal and unifying way, it's the goals of the UN. It's a good. Wars begin in the minds of men.
That's correct. That's correct. Well said, too. All right, Bob. Bob Roth, he is the chairman of the David Lynch Foundation and the chief mindful officer of hopefully the economic community. Bob, thanks so much for coming on, Bob. No, thank you. Special thanks to our affiliate partners, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
The 2019 Greenwich Economic Forum is brought to you by Bridgewater Associates. Meaningful work, meaningful relationships. Churchill Asset Management, Nuveen, a leading provider of senior and unitranche debt to middle market companies. Ropes and Gray, bright past, brilliant future. Aurora Capital, inspiring partnerships. And Gramercy Funds Management, we are emerging markets. Special considerations to Bank of America, life's better when we're connected. Noah Private Wealth Management, a leading wealth and asset management service provider in China. Guotai Jinan Futures, a leading brokerage firm for commodity futures and financial futures in China. China Industrial Securities, a comprehensive financial group providing full spectrum financial services in Hong Kong. And Titan Advisors, built like a hedge fund. Special thanks to the Financial Times and Greenwich Business Institute for hosting us. Special thank you to 1-800 Public Relations for all your PR and media support. And thank you to all the sponsors who helped make this event possible. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.